Hello and welcome to NewFilmmakers Los Angeles in partnership with Movie Maker magazine. My name is Danny De Lillo and we're here at the South Park Center. I'm here with Ryan with his movie, What's in the Box. Let's take a look at the clip.
So, what's in the box? Ma'am, what's in the box? Ma'am? What's in the box? Ma'am, I'm gonna ask you one more time. What's in the box? Hey, 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 hey!
Ryan, thank you very much for being here and thank you for bringing your film to us as well.
Thank you for having me.
For those that haven't seen your film, tell us a brief synopsis.
So, What's in the Box was for the 48-hour film festival stop in San Diego, and we won that year. And it's a story of a lifeguard getting off duty and work and want to drive up to the mountains when some police trouble gets in her way.
Now, of course, when you're in that kind of environment and making a film in a short space of time, you don't really know anything until the actual moment. So when the inspiration came for creating the project, like, I mean, how was that process for you?
So the whole reason it came out at all was like an amazing team. Like, I just had the perfect people to collaborate with. And for that type of film, once you get your genre and your character and your line of dialogue and your prop, you just have to make it go. And it was just a round table discussion, and then someone started with one little idea, and then it just steamrolled. And by 3 a.m. I had written a script, and then got up a couple of hours later and started filming. So.
You had an amazing cast. You had a great location. It was an amazing story. I couldn't believe it that you made all of this. So how did the whole cast get assembled together, and how do you find that incredible location as well?
Lead actor Larry Poole was also the producer who knew where to shoot the film, and he owned the Jeep. And his friend Mark Krennic was one of the other actors who said he would come down from LA and bring a cop car with him.
What?
So we had all these resources that were, that we could lean on if the story would fit.
Yeah.
The hard part is you have a cast and crew, and especially with the cast, a lot of people that do the 48 try to take as many actors as they can and then kick away who they don't need, where I like to, if I'm getting them to commit for me for that weekend, they're going to be in the film. Yeah. So we just, built the story around who we had.
I don't know how much we can say, but you have to watch it, I guess. But it was fascinating. I always want to make someone make a story about this particular subject because we're in a place where it's okay. So that's intriguing enough. Hopefully you'll watch it now. Did you always kind of want to have some kind of little twist in there that was just, and also an interior maybe personality that may have done things differently?
Yes. Especially for this, because when we drew the genres for the contest, we had to either do martial arts and or fantasy, and immediately I had no ideas. I like modern westerns and dramas. That's what I want to direct and shoot. And so I was out of sorts. And then like Janine, our production designer, and I think Phoenix, one of the other girls, said, "Well, what if the fantasy's not like a fantasy, but it's more in her head?" Yeah. And then that just sparked everything. And
I couldn't believe, I mean, there is some serious fight scenes where you think there must be fight choreographers and this and that and the other in the film. And I don't think I've ever seen that in a 48-hour, film experience. And I was like, wow, I couldn't believe how much that you had in there. Now, I'm sure there was a lot of challenges making this film. What were kind of some of the bigger challenges that you faced?
Other than sleep deprivation, the time, I touched on this last night, but it was, the big one was time. We ran out of time, and we had to have a car chase scene in it. Yeah. And I had a car rig and a black arm and gimbals, and we just didn't have time. So we had a stunt coordinator by the name of Pete Porteous, who's here from LA. He's worked on like the A-Team in the 80s, and he's like big time. He's a friend of Larry, the producer and actor, and he said, "Yeah, I'll come down." And so I asked Pete, I said, "Pete, can you strap me to the hood of that Jeep so I can get all my shots?
Wow.
And he put me in a stunt harness and strapped me into the Jeep, totally safe. And you know, the shots where she gets pulled over and where she takes off, I'm on the hood of the Jeep, handheld with the camera.
I mean, that is commitment.
It saved us like 3 hours.
Yeah.
We would never have finished because we only had one day to get it, so we could have that whole second 24 hours to edit.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Just tired just thinking about it, honestly. Yeah. What was it like, the experience of just, you know, making this film in such a short space of time and then being that good that you can now take it out to film festivals and having it with us at New Filmmakers LA? What's that experience been like for you?
It's been fantastic. The film has been really well received, and we're very proud that, you know, unlike some of the other 48s that I've worked on or helped with, where, you know, you finish it in 2 days and do it in that festival, and then you go and doctor it up and you add stuff to it or tweak it. This one has been untouched from, this is how we submitted it, and we haven't like changed anything because we were like very happy with how it came out. So it's been really nice to have it. We've played all over the country with it.
Deservedly so. What's next for you, Ryan?
Next, I'm in post on a short that I shot, and I'm polishing up my feature script.
Oh, fantastic.
My first feature.
You give yourself longer than 48 hours to do it, right? Yeah.
72.
72, there you go. In your filmmaking career thus far, is there anything that you go by that you could maybe share with any aspiring filmmakers out there, that's something that you might, you know, follow suit for?
Hands down is surround yourself with the right people, because nobody can make a film by themselves.
Yeah.
So that's, you know, this film is a perfect example. Like, I couldn't do, like, I might have done a lot of jobs on set, but I couldn't do it without all the people around me. So
great team.
It's definitely a team effort.
Everything.
So, everything.
Well, listen, thank you for sharing your film with us. We have to watch it, so we don't reveal anything that happens. But thank you for giving us. I can't wait to see much more of your films. To keep bringing them to us as well.
I will.